in the hallway, and there was Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett was in the hallway.
Yeah, and I said, Mr. Bennett, we're here taping a few TV specials with Elton John. Have you ever met Elton? Would you like to meet him? And I just took him in and introduced him to Elton John. That was pretty fat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But I don't have much of that in my life. And I mean, I had the occasion to meet all kinds of people, and I chose not to.
I've done that.
You know, many times I chose not to go in and shake Michael Jackson's hand, who was responsible for the success of Nocturne from 85 to 90, virtually.
Uh-huh.
But
your company,
yeah,
made out of the thing that you did with Journey, which was introduce nighttime Coliseum shows with big screens.
Yeah, big screens.
To the venue possibilities. It did not exist as a venue possibility.
No.
There's a great story on that original interview from 2003.
Yeah, there was people that had utilized video in a very minor way with teeny little screens, always black and white, never more than 2 cameras. George Wein on the Jazz Fest, Bill Graham even, with Paul Becker, who was a principal in my company.
Right.
But he directed every show at Winterland for Bill, with just 2 black and white cameras and a black and white screen. But you know what? Those videos at Winterland of shows, one of the early Journey shows was taped and was played during the set changes on all the other shows that came into Winterland, and I thought it very much broke Journey in San Francisco. And very powerful, so I always enjoyed the medium. But then when it was time to make stadiums really intimate, the question was it possible to have high resolution, full color, you know, better than your living room Sony Trinitron, and could it be huge, and could it make the worst seat in the stadium like a front row seat?
Some manual pan here. Front row seat.
Yeah.
Front row seat at the office here.
Right, and so yeah, that was the idea. And so there was you know, a real challenging situation the way that came about, and to determine if the technology was possible to put a television studio in fly packs and put it out in the middle of a stadium with the lighting board and the sound board and everything else. Had to go at night, had to have key front Kelvin temperature correct lighting, and the Super Troopers weren't strong enough. We needed gladiators to throw a beam that far. So it was just a lot of learning as we went, but we got it right. And Joel Selvin's review of that Oakland Stadium show changed everything. He said the bar is forever raised. All stadium shows will be measured against this in the future. This will take Stadium Rock into nighttime presentations with full theatrical presentations, sets, scenery, video, fireworks, everything. Because I think it was 39 cues before Journey actually hit the stage and came on camera. And by the time the screens were revealed and they were on camera, the Oakland Stadium audience was in complete and utter meltdown. And it was one of my great and glorious moments of my career to turn to Joel Selvin and say, and they haven't even played a note. And then he wrote the most favorable review ever, and that launched the business.
That helped.
It really did.